So 19 years in this industry, right? And we were talking a little bit before we started recording here. The last time I saw you was BCW Anniversary 4, and you kicked some ass, not just physically, but you lit it up on the mic as well. You called literally everyone out. So at that point, it was so that was 2020. So that was 18 years in the industry. Was that 18 years of just pent up anger and frustration? Like, where did that come from?
Man, I have literally been stuck. Like, I was stuck in Texas for like 15 of those years. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I had an opportunity to go to Louisiana and Arkansas, Mississippi, Houston. Like, I got the opportunity, like McAllen, RGV area. But the one thing that I was missing was getting out of Texas, because there was so much, like, the politics in wrestling is everywhere. But in Texas, especially for a Black woman, like, I already got a whole bunch of things going over me, because like wrestling was preceded as a white man sport. You get what I'm saying? So I'm Black and I'm a woman. Oh no. And on top of it, I'm clothed. This is not a shot to anybody who wears revealing gear. It's just not for me. You feel me? I come in there to kick ass. So for the fact that I wouldn't break my morals and how I felt about certain things, it was couldn't really get nowhere. The fact that I wrestled like a guy, as people have said it, I wasn't considered as a female wrestler, and it used to bother me. I almost quit wrestling so much because it was just no matter what I did, can't get recognition. Well, you had this one situation, and then you had this one situation, and we're going to still hold on to the past. So it's like talking to Jesus Rodriguez, who, used to be at Alberto Del Rio's ring announcer. When he moved to San Antonio, he started going to the shows, and Branded Outlaw Wrestling was one of the shows that he went to. And every time he went there, he would always get in the ring. And this is a dude that I was able to roll around with and learn some stuff with. And one of the greatest things about it was we would literally do fucking chain wrestling on our knees. Legit, like not even standing up on our knees. And I remember he was like, yo, like, what's going on? And I was asking, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. He was like, I've asked around about you. I've heard some things about you. He said, it's all been good. I was like, shit, that's more than I didn't think I was going to hear, because somebody got something bad to say about me. And he was like, I'm going to be honest with you. Get the fuck out of Texas. And sure enough, I got out of Texas and I stayed in Georgia, couch hopping, legitimately. Got my first booking in Georgia, which was with Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment, where the owner is Murder Uno. Legitimately was there, had a blast, and then everything started coming into gear. I finally got to wrestle for Queens of Combat. My first match was with Tasha Steelz. Had by far a blast, a dope ass match, which is on my YouTube, by the way. If y'all want to go and check it out.
Shameless plug there.
Still one half of the WSU undefeated women's tag team champions with my sis Sue Young. We are young and ruthless. I still have that. We still reckon it. I still have my belt. Matter of fact, I still have to get my belt. Hold on, get it. You want to be like, oh, but she said she had 2 belts and I only see 1. Okay, so we're clear.
She's got the receipts.
Stacking these receipts.
Boom. As Riley Shepard would call it, that's a shiny right there. That is a shiny. And there's 2.
As a matter of fact, put that baby on one man's conversation. So this right here, massive things. I was able to wrestle at WSU and was able to get matches with people like Diamante, women that I've been wanting to wrestle my whole life, and get an opportunity to really step outside my comfort zone and getting to wrestle women and men that I've looked up to. So it's been amazing. And then I was able to come to BCW thanks to my sister, Faye Jackson, because she was like, hey, I want to wrestle you. Let's make this happen. And I was like, really? Because people was like, well, you hit too hard, or you're too snug. It's like, my philosophy is I can't sell what I don't feel. And people fail to realize that even though wrestling is an art, it's still a controlled contact sport.
Yes, very much.
You got to make contact. This ain't no pity pat baker's man bullshit. This is wrestling. If you get in the ring with somebody who decides that they want to be careless, you could lose your life. You could get hurt. You could never be able to get in that ring again. So for people to say, oh, wrestling is this fake shit, or for people to be like, oh, I don't have to do this, I don't have to do this. Like, wrestling is just as serious as any other sport. You can lose your life if somebody decides to show up and not be professional.
And
You know what I'm saying?
people have literally lost their lives in the ring, or like, you know, or they were at the very least they've been paralyzed or has been seriously been injured.
People
But
that got
people,
shot on, or because what it's
it
crazy shit.
happens.
It
It
should never get
happens.
to that point.
No,
Okay, you know,
it's that's
I'm
why
just gonna
I
focus on
keep
the
on.
shirt.
I always say that, you know, I have respect for anyone that has the cojones to step foot in that ring in any capacity, because anything can happen in there. Like you're literally putting your body on the line no matter what. And it's just it's amazing. It's amazing what you all do, man, because not everyone can do it.
They can't. A lot of people are like, oh, it's easy. I promise you. Oh my God, everybody that talks so much about it would not be able to last a week in training. Like the first day, they would have to go home because they had a concussion. Like legit. Like yo, it's mind boggling how many people think that they could really become a wrestler and don't know how much has to go into becoming a wrestler and having that it factor in telling the story and knowing your character. You know what I mean?
There's so much that goes into it. And it's not even just physically, but mentally too. That goes into it, because you know, life on the road, especially
Mentally,
in the indie
spiritually,
level, not knowing what
physically,
paycheck you're
every
coming.
level,
Yeah.
every level, like legit from head to toe. I tell people all the time. Some people are like, "Hey, I want to be a wrestler. You got any advice?" If you can't take pain from head to toe, this is not the business for you. I'm gonna let you know that right now, because trust me, you're gonna get mollywalked a few times, and it's gonna be like you're gonna want to go to your car and pop the trunk and be like, "Wait, I signed up for this. It's wrestling, remember? Control contact sport. You know what I mean?" So it's I could tell so many stories. It's just been by
Oh,
far the
I
most
know, I
craziest
know you
thing
can.
ever.
And last time you were here on Shot of Wrestling, you were interviewed by Green Man, and you told lots of great stories there. It was, I believe that was like a two-parter. It was a fantastic
It
interview,
was. We
and
didn't stop talking for shit.
but you know, like going back to what I was asking you, so you know, you've had quite a road here before you got to BCW, and then boom, here it comes. Like you laid it all out there. Was that didn't seem like it was a work? It didn't seem like you wrote that down. That seemed like it was straight from
I
the
meant that
heart.
shit. I meant that. Like I meant that. I speak facts. That's why I try to tell a lot of people, if I'm not gonna speak on nothing if I don't have the facts. And everything that I said was a fact. It would be the whole, hey, we appreciate you, but then yet at the same time, I'm wrestling Joe Schmo, who's the promoter's girlfriend, or Cindy Who or Cindy Lou, who's dating that one wrestler, who can't quite get the headlock takeover together, and yet all these other people are getting to reap the benefits. And it's like, when's somebody gonna talk about me? I mean, like, I know I've been knocking some heads off of the motherfucking culture for a pretty long time now, and like, once again, I am the only female in this business that has Miss What That Lariat Do tattooed on her arm. Ain't nobody else had that. And it ain't gonna change. I will forever be the only person to have that. Why? Because I am Miss What That Lariat Do. So like the fact that I can't be talked about or be up on the same upper echelon as Darius Carter or Vanity for that matter. Holy shit, don't even get me started. I feel some type of way.